by Easy Peasy with the retry fingers, the quick hands.
So that almost makes it worth it. I was very worried when I saw that Hilda die. I was thinking, this is the problem. You guys try to be aggressive, but you're not making it work. But with that blue buff steal, there's still a sliver of hope there. Gold does not get too crazy or anything at the first minute and a half, but I don't want that death from the Hilda to slow Bloodhounds down. If they want to win this game, I think they need to keep on trying what they just did. They need to keep up with that. Don't let that small hiccup get in your way, because we already know how well Team First Blood is going to do when we hit into the 6 or 7 minute mark. It's what they thrive off of.
Now, they were able to secure a kill, you know, but delaying that jungler, taking his blue buff, giving Easy Peasy the slight advantage. You do see a clash going down. Daytona's welcome, connects, and able to get Sushi, and then the fight goes down. All teams clashing, heavy spin on the wall. Kid cannot get away and taken out by Easy Peasy, delaying the jungler even more. Ashley able to secure the kill on Easy Peasy. Both junglers have fallen for the teams. Ashley forced to retreat, and Joybosh, can they get away? You do see Dim Sum able to secure the kill. Joybosh locked into the tower. Gina able to take out Dim Sum. You see a 2 versus 2. They are forced to try and run back. Hilda going in for the kill, taking out Joybosh. What a trade. You see Esmeralda going down on Sushi, trying to get another kill as well. 3-3, both teams even in kills.
Once again, just a huge brawl. One thing I got to point out from that, on the side of Easy Peasy, right? He was very smart in that play. Even though he ended up dying, he waited for the Daytona's welcome to finish, save that heavy spin, and then closes in, then pins him to the wall, and they were able to pick up that kill. Problem is, Peasy ends up paying his life for it. Bloodhounds are getting it. They are being aggressive, but they're just not disengaging well enough. They're maybe staying a little over their welcome. And as we're speaking of that, a bit more action as the turtle comes up.
They are trying to take this objective. Turtle has been reset. You see Sushi pinned on the wall. Daytona's welcome has been activated, and he does connect with Sushi, but he is able to escape with the mobility of Hilda. Joybosh hanging on by a thread, forced to retreat. Everybody down to barely any HP, but Bocarasco sitting there with the zonage, a full health Lilia, and the turtle does go to Easy Peasy on Bloodhounds.
And a good play at that. So Bloodhounds now getting a turtle, getting some objectives, picking up where they let off. Game still at a complete standstill, right? I will say, on the side of Bloodhounds, I think it's hard to kind of pick who has the late game advantage here, because you have the Curry, but then you also have Gina. But wait a second, no more Gina. Gets shredded down there, Wheezy.
Oh, Sushi with the quick play, focusing that marksman. That is the job of Hilda. Get to that back line. You have the damage, you have the mobility, and that is what we see here. Another aggressive game, 4-4, 4 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's, like I said, hard to tell, but Bloodhound's not letting up, and I'm glad of that. Keep up the pressure. I think the more they do this, the more they're going to get comfortable with it, the more they're going to find that rhythm, and look at them going over to the blue buff now to take it. This is exactly what I wanted to see. I think this is one of the weaknesses of Team First Blood, but it's going to be a great test, because for Team First Blood to take this game, they just need to weather the storm. They just need to deal with it. They need to try to always get an exchange in these battles, try to always come out even, and when we get into this mid-late game, we're going to be able to put pressure back on it. And speaking of that, Gina already picking up kills on her own in the boss side.
Oh, Joybosh trying to escape as Bocarasco is on the chase, forced to use the Black Shoes. Heavy spin by Ashley on the wall on Sushi. Can he get away? The wall as well to pin him. He does escape with the mobility again over there on Hilda, but on the top side, the Falling Star move by Esmeralda does not connect on Templess, and they are going to be possibly fighting it out. You see Easy Peasy up there as well. Is this a push they are going to go for? They have 1 minion. Do they go for this tower? It looks like they will try and go for it. Easy Peasy and Templess trying to take out Luffy. Heavy spin by Easy Peasy on the wall, but not enough, and Luffy is able to clear that minion and defend that lane. Template still fighting it out. They are out for blood. They are trying to let it be known who the next team, the last team for the top 4 North America will be.
Oh my god, can we just talk about the fact that Luffy. Normally, the Esmeralda has so much issues with that Dairoth, but right now Luffy is just giving Template the business. Even with Easy Peasy coming down there trying to get the gank, it is just a failed effort. So Team First Blood now really, this is a point where I think Bloodhounds need to be careful. We're starting to get into dangerous territory, and at this point, you may need to let up on the aggression, maybe slow down the tempo a little bit, because now Team First Blood's going to start hitting that spike.
You do see Easy Peasy with the heavy spin. Grok with the wall for the zonage, pushing Easy Peasy back, and they are going to be able to clear that lane. Boca Roscoe and Dim Sum on the bottom side trying to get a play, but unable to make anything happen. This game is insane. A very aggressive playstyle from both sides in the early game.
And, you know, someone else we haven't really talked a lot about is Ashley. She's been finding that heavy spin a few times pretty well, also making it count for a team. There was early on, I think at the first turtle, she was able to steal it and help her team make a play against Bloodhound. So this is something else everyone needs to keep their eyes on, who she decides to take. And also, even the Terrified, it just creates just this bit of peel for the side of Team First Blood when this Hilda tries to come in for these dives.
You do see Easy Peasy and Templess, another attempt on the top side to try and take this tower. You know, Esmeralda just doing a really good job. Luffy on the top side, a similar situation. Heavy spin by Easy Peasy on the wall, but unable to make anything happen. And now a little bit of an aggressive fight on the top side. The Daytona's welcome, connecting on Easy Peasy. You do see Luffy fighting it out with Templess. Both of them down to barely any HP. Will they be able to get out alive? Luffy able to kill Templess. Easy Peasy forced on the retreat as you see Sushi trying to give some peel, but not in time. And you see Kid able to secure that kill on Easy Peasy.
Like I just said, this was the time for Bloodhounds to back off. We're at that 7-minute mark. Now, Barats can really be aggressive. Same thing, you didn't get any kills on Luffy. This is where Esmeralda's going to start to shine. So Bloodhounds need to reevaluate. They need to slow it down, or else they're going to keep on taking deaths like right now.
And this is what we said about that aggressive play style. It's high risk, high reward that we see a lot in a server. But a lot of the top teams are playing more of that passive play style, allowing teams to make these little mistakes. And right now we're just seeing a heavy aggression from Bloodhounds, but not leaning in their favor as towers are being pushed in and objectives are going to the side of Team First Blood.
And they're used to this, right? They're ready for this. They've gotten a lot better, Team First Blood, just in the past couple months at just prolonging those early phases. They know some of their weaknesses and they're able to handle them and always get themselves to this point. And if they continue to do this, they're definitely going to be a challenge for some other teams. Now, Bloodhounds still do have an option. It's not completely out for them. They still have Dim Sum. But before we talk anymore, get your guys some free Magic Dust and tickets. Use the code on screen, limited to only the first 50 users. The redemption link is in the description, but back to the action, Weezy.
You do see the Clash Daytona's welcome over there by Kid, but at what cost? On the heavy stack of Bloodhounds, they are going in for the fight. Heavy spin pushing Kid into the tower. Joy Bosch and Asley trying to go in, trying to help Kid escape, but Bocarasco able to secure the kill. Esmeralda going in for the pill. He is trying to escape as well. You do see the heavy aggression from Team First Blood right now. Lord pushing it on the bottom side. Asley with the heavy spin trying to take out Hilda. You do see Asley able to secure that kill as well, and lanes are just falling. Team First Blood going for an aggressive early finish.
Ashley with another great play, with another IMU, picking up the heavy spin, taking on the form of that Akai, and making a play for their team. Now, Team First Blood now is beginning to scale up a little bit. It's been a slow road, but now they've taken a 2K gold lead, and at this point, it just spells more and more danger. Bloodhounds needs to focus on Dim Sum. They need to get that farm in, right? Also, Bocarasco maybe needed to use these glooms as a bit more of a peel mechanism, but wait a second, easy peasy.
You do see the clash over on the red buff. Gina able to take out Templess. Bocarasco taking out Gina. The marksman has fallen for the side of Team First Blood. You do see them going in for the clash. You see Luffy trying to get away. Easy peasy with the Daytona's welcome. The turret has fallen on the top side. Easy peasy taking some serious damage. Dim Sum coming in, trying to get some kills. Bocarasco taking out Ashley, and Dim Sum shutting down Luffy. But the fight is not over. A 3v1 on Kid. You see Sushi going in. Bocarasco and Dim Sum able to secure the kill on Kid, leaving only Joy Bosch on Team First Blood.
Now, Dim Sum, this was before. She just locked in the Scarlet Phantom. She was wiping people out before that. So the threat level of this Melissa is now in a bit of a place. The crit damage is in. She's going to be able to lock down the Esmeralda. I think at this point, Esmeralda and Brats need to think about what they're going to be building next. Bring in some bulkiness, bring in some physical defense. They both did go for that dominance ice, but that might not be enough. They need a little bit something more here, Weezy.
Yeah, Bloodhounds trying to maintain that pressure, trying to stay in the fight. They did lose the first match, so they have a lot on the line. They don't want to allow 2 games without any answer. But over on the top side, Templess able to push in that tower.
And I mean, he's finding some answers. Bloodhounds now, I mean, we're kind of going through the different phases of each team. At 7 minutes, Team First Blood had a really nice hit, but now that Dim Sum has 3 items in, Bloodhounds also finding their groove. So now Team First Blood needs to kind of know that they might want to back off a bit. But wait a second, Template.
See Gina taken out over there. What a clash from both sides. I think we understand why they both have blood in their names. You see Hilda, Sushi going in, taking out Ashley. They are going for the Lord. Will they be able to secure it? Dimson able to take the Lord. What a steal. You do see Bokarasco going in, taking out Kid Dimsum, trying to escape. But at what cost? Luffy trying to go in for that marksman, able to take out Dimsum and going in again, chasing down Bokarasco, but he is able to get out safely. Luffy with the heavy aggression. The Zonus is not done. Going in, forcing the Bloodhounds on the retreat, but finally peeling off Luffy just right now on this Esmeralda. Very, very dominant and hard for Bloodhounds to deal with.
Yeah, it is big for Bloodhounds there. They are able to take that Lord. Not only that, oh.
What a clash. You do see a kill. Bokarasco able to fall. Heavy spin on the wall. Easy peasy. Able to take out Gina. The marksman, the mage are down for the side of Bloodhounds. And Gina, the marksman on the side of Team First Blood, has fallen. You do see Lord pushing in on the top side. Joy Boss left to defend. You see Kid over there. Ashley working her way up toward this clash. A possible fight going on. Will they be able to stop the lane from being pushed in? Lord able to secure it. A good position for Bloodhounds going into the second half.
And they're going to try to move in onto this mid tier 3 as well. Probably get it. I don't think there's much a Team First Blood can do about it. They are going to try. They actually do defend it, which is good for them. But once again, I mean, Kid earlier in that Lord fight, Kid was popping the Daytona's Welcome, had someone in his mouth chewing, getting sustainability, because that gives you some health when you pop that Daytona's Welcome, right? You get some spell vamp in a sense. And they just, Bokarasco and Dimsum just melted right through him, dropped him in the middle of his ult, which is pretty huge. You don't see that very often, but it just goes to show the damage that this Melissa is packing. Luffy needs to be able to get into that back line. He did end up getting rid of it, but we need to see it a little bit quicker if Team First Blood wants to carry on in this game.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a turnaround. At first, it was looking in the favor of Team First Blood, but going into the second half, Bloodhounds having the more dominant position. Their heavy, aggressive playstyle working in their favor. You do see a clash possibly going on in the mid lane. Sushi trying to escape. You do see Dimsum as well with the go away, but is it enough? Bokarasco going and trying to deal some damage on Lilia. Easy peasy with the heavy spin to escape from the 4-stack of Team First Blood in the mid lane.
Now Luffy does continue to harass into the backside, and that's what we need to see from him continuously, right? Problem is, Gina had a pretty good start, but at this point, we haven't seen anything too major. I think a problem that she's having is keeping up with this fast Matilda, keeping up with Easy Peasy. There's just a lot of speed and a lot of peel, but we do have a pause coming in, Weezy.
What a play from...
Point out that I think is really important. The Valentina, once again, not the most game-changing hero right now, but wait a second, right back into a big fight.
You do see the heavy clash in the mid lane. Dimsum able to take out Joy Bosch. What a play. Dimsum able to take out Ashley as well. Templess taking out Kid. 3 members have fallen for the side of Team First Blood after the pause. What a play. They are going to crash in that mid lane. Doesn't have really much contest. You see the falling star move from Esmeralda to clear the minutes to not allow them to have the easy push in the mid lane. But is it enough? Will she be able to maintain that pressure enough for her team to be able to come back and remain in the fight? You see the focus of Bloodhounds going for the Lord. 3 members are down for Team First Blood, and Lord does go to the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, that is huge, and Luffy tries to do something here, tries to get that tower, but Templess is on him, knows it's coming, smells something fishy in the air, and this, I think, is why we're seeing, I mean, Bloodhounds just really moving forward, and Dimsum is just on fire right now, but wait a second, Luffy on the backside.
Heavy spin on the wall. Luffy trapped, unable to escape. Also Ashley as well. And you see Sushi able to take her out. Lord, Luminous Lord pushing in on the top side. You see the heavy stack of Bloodhounds trying to go for the finish, but will they be able to keep up against the defense of Team First Blood? Daytona's Welcome has been activated. The tower, the inhibitor turret on the top side has fallen. Templates with the heavy aggression. Dimsum going for the tower. Gina able to take out Templates, but look at the health. The tower has fallen. Bloodhounds secures game 2.
The clutch with that go away ultimate right there. For a second, I'm like, oh, this is bad. She's on the base, yes.